to get together. Doesn't matter the weather. So let's get to it now. Gotta figure out what to do. The Addicts, fantasy football. The Addicts, fantasy. The Addicts, ooh, we know all. The Addicts, it's fantasy.
And welcome to The Addicts, a fantasy football podcast. Now you're probably wondering, why is Haven doing the intro? It's because I just dug Mason the grave, chokeslammed him into it, buried him in the playoffs. Mason, how do you feel? I know that had to hurt. We're also joined by Dalton Hanley today. It's a great day on the podcast. Dalton got to sit back, relax this weekend. Oh, Mason, talk about that L, buddy. Talk about it, please.
Can I not talk about it?
No, you got
Can I
to.
just listen today?
I have the option.
Can
No.
I sit out?
No, you talked so much crap last week, the whole week. You talked about how you should have benched Justin Jefferson. You lied to all the viewers, said you were going to start somebody else over him, Darius Slayton. And you didn't do that. You said you were going to start Terry McLaurin. You didn't do that.
The
You
thing
know what
is,
you
it
did
didn't
do?
matter who I started.
You started Justin Jefferson and got you 4 points.
It didn't matter. I could have started Darius Slayton.
Didn't
I
matter.
I had Bill on my bench. I had Sutton on my bench. It didn't matter who I started. You scored the most points in our league's history in the playoffs. You scored 212 points.
Yeah, Mason, you put up 30 points more than your weekly average.
I scored like 160. What am I supposed to do? Play better defense, I guess. I gotta play better defense.
Correct.
All of us were together watching the games. We were vibing. It was a great time. And even after the first slate of games at noon, you had 80 points with 3 players. So you had 8 players left to play. And I was like, okay, I have a chance to catch up. A lot of your players could dud this week, and I could catch up. If some of my players overperform a little bit, some of your players left to play underperform. No, they got better in the second slate of games. You had Travis Etienne have 3 receiving touchdowns. He had 3 receptions for 3 touchdowns.
They all counted.
You had Amon-Ra, who went absolutely nuts. He had 30 points in the first half.
Yeah, that was stupid.
There was nothing that I could do.
George Kittle, and you know what's funny? I didn't even play my best lineup. I
Well,
didn't
they
play.
start the week at quarterback. That's right.
Yeah,
What
I
could
picked
what
the
could
wrong-
you have scored?
I could have gotten 3 more from my quarterback, and Aaron Jones got me 9. Currently, Kenneth Gainwell has 18. So I could have.
It's bad. It's sad.
This is the game we play.
The most.
I'm in 6 leagues. I was in the playoffs in all of them but one, and now I'm left in the playoffs in 1 league, and it's our couples league, the league with our wives.
No.
That's the only thing that I have to enjoy next week is our couples league.
In the couples league, I snuck in as the 8th seed in the playoffs, and I knocked off the 1 seed. So I'm riding pretty high in that league.
I beat my wife in that league this week
You did what now?
in the playoffs.
That is a fun matchup. You against your wife in the playoffs?
She wanted me to not go for the win,
Uh-huh.
and I
Take
was
it
like, I
easy
can't
on
do
her?
that.
It's playoffs.
Yeah, I can't. It's
Playoffs.
the playoffs. She had her best season ever. She had 9 wins. She was a 3 seed. She was like, my team's better.
Good for her.
I
Now,
won.
now take it on home.
Yeah. I was in 8 leagues. I made it through, or I made the playoffs in 8 leagues. 4 leagues, I made it to the next round. The one with my other one of my favorite leagues, man. We had this whole, we're going to talk more about it on Thursday's episode, but there was this huge argument I had with this group about defenses. And let me get y'all's opinion. Should you get points added or reduced for the amount of yards your defense gives up?
No.
Different leagues, different platforms and apps have it as a setting. I've played with it before. I've played without it. Usually prefer without. If you want to set some rule that they allow some crazy high number of yards, and that's a negative toward the defense, I might be okay with that. But these little ticky-tack, they allowed 200, 300, 400, I don't care. I don't care. Like, I
As
want
long
my
as you don't
defense
give
to
up
be
a
playable.
As
I don't
long as you
wanna
don't give up a
throw-
touchdown, that's what matters with our defense. How many points you give up.
To
You
me,
can go
most
all the way
defenses
down the
aim
field.
to a relevant position that I hate having to use brain space on to start. So if you can make the position more fun, I will care to start them more. So if you make defenses not fun and make it just a who can not get me negative each week, then I care even less about the defenses I start. So if you add on these ticky-tack things like yardage that they give up and it makes them not score even more points, then I just hate them even more.
I do think there's a way to make the defensive position in fantasy more fun while making it more realistic to how good a defense is in
Which
real
we've
life.
done in one of our dynasty leagues where we
Yeah,
added the three down out,
Mhm.
you get a point, and then for fourth down stops you get a point.
Yeah,
We have
which
a
is
little
essentially a
juiced.
turnover.
It's a little juiced in that league.
And that's indicative of how good a real defense is.
Yeah.
How many 3 and outs you force, how many fourth down stops you have. That's real life football. Yards, it doesn't matter. If you go 80 yards down the field and the defense sacks you a couple times and you're out of field goal range, or if you miss a field goal, like the defense did their job.
Yep.
Mhm.
I agree.
So I'm with you, Haven.
Because I got -5 points for giving up 400 to 499 yards. Stupid.
I think it's stupid.
And
Yeah.
I got ridiculed pretty hard. But what's funny was I played the right defense. My other defense got -2. So it was 0 or -2, and I started at 0.
What defense had the what you said, -4?
The Patriots had -2. See, this is so confusing. I'm looking, they got -2. The only stats they show are the points and the sacks. It doesn't even show me the yardage. That's so dumb. But the Bucks got -5 points for 450 yards. That's so dumb.
Yeah, I hate that.
I'm looking up what they had in just a normal scoring
And
platform.
ours, they had 2 points, but 2 points. 2 points.
That's a 7-point swing.
Yeah. So
That's big time.
it is what it is.
No,
But I didn't matter.
scoring.
It didn't matter because the one I started Joe Burrow over Drake May. And there was a 15-point swing, and that 15 points was my downfall. But that league, it's okay. We'll talk more about it probably later this week. The one that I care more about is just our league with me beating Mason.
It's the league that I care about personally the most. We've been going for 11 years now. It's the league that hurts the most to lose in,
Yes.
especially to
12.
Haven. 12, yeah.
It's been a
11 or
while.
12.
And what was so funny is how much we scored, and then the other side was like a defensive game. Like
Yeah, me and your
131,
matchup, it was 212 versus 160, and the other matchup, it was 130 versus 100.
It's okay. We're all
So
fighting for second place.
This 5
For
and the
Dalton.
6 seed both got eliminated. Is that right? So now it's just
Yep.
a 1 through 4.
Yep.
1 through 4, the best 4 teams. All right,
They're the best 4 teams all year.
let's get into the show, boys. I'll try to be somewhat content, not super depressing today.
You have the hoodie of sadness on.
I'm wearing the hoodie. It's a dark day.
So morbid.
I'm in the hotel room. I'm traveling. The lights are dim.
If it makes you feel any better, I got eliminated in one of my leagues by less than 2 points.
Oh, that's the worst in the playoffs.
I know. I was the
My-
3. I lost to the 6.
My work league, I got to brag so hard because when we drafted, everybody decided to take quarterbacks. 23 quarterbacks were taken in the first 10 rounds. And yeah, they all wanted their backups. And I didn't draft a quarterback until the very last round.
Who'd you get?
And I picked Trevor Lawrence.
He was a
And
good start this week.
They made a joke. They were joking with me all season, like Trevor Lawrence, your quarterback, and he just started going banger after banger, and then he gets 45 this week.
But he
I
6 touchdowns? or
lit
7?
up 6.
3 of them were
um,
Travis Etienne.
He's the first quarterback ever to have the stats he's had. With the 5, the 1, the 50 yards rushing, the 350 yards plus passing. First quarterback ever.
He's finally showing up to what he should have been as the first overall pick. I mean, he was the next Andrew Luck.
Well, but it was, because that was an ESPN league. You know how you can taunt? I was just taunt.
Mhm.
I haven't played an ESPN in a long time.
Yeah, it is what it
I
is.
try to avoid playing an ESPN.
Me too.
All right, let's get to our takeaways, boys. I'll start us off. let's get in a little better mood. Let's take the hoodie off. For all my people out there that lost this week, they're out of the playoffs. Their fantasy season is over. I want to quote the famous blockbuster movie Inside Out.
Great movie.
The legend of the movie.
Disney Pixar classic.
That's right. And the quote is, there is no joy without sadness. You have to experience the sadness. You have to experience the loss to know what joy is. I felt like I had a pretty good run. I won 3 titles in our main league in 6 years. It was like every other year. In the past 3 years, it's been bad. Missed the playoffs 1 year. I don't think I've made it out of the first round of playoffs in the past 3 years. So now to experience the sadness, when I get to that point of winning again, it's going to be even better. Thinking about, I wanted to make a football analogy. Who do you think experienced more joy in winning a title? Let's go to college football. Was it Alabama winning their 5th title in 7 years? Or was it Georgia winning their first title in 60? Who had more joy?
It was definitely Georgia.
It was Georgia. If you win it every year, you get tired of winning. You need to experience the sadness. You know what I mean? Revel in it. Use it as fuel for next year.
Haven, do you like Mason's copium of comparing himself to Alabama, that he's such a dynasty that he can deserve to lose a couple? You should certainly gloat a whole lot more and make him feel way worse than the way he's hyping himself
I think
up.
it's comparable. No, Saban retired. They haven't been as good the past couple of years. And I've kind of been in the slump. It was right when Saban retired that I started
title 2 years ago. I don't know where you're getting these analogies from. It was you versus me in the title game 2 years ago.
It was 3 years ago. If you're including this year, it was 3 years ago. It was 2022.
It was 2 years ago. We had one winner, and a winner before that was you. That was 2 winners ago.
Well, that lines up even more when Saban retired. Thank you, Hayden.
Well,
You're right. It was 2 years ago Saban retired.
Thank you for fitting my narrative that I'm trying to push.
I get what you're saying, and I understand there's a bunch of losers out there that probably... But this is what it's all about. It's making it to the next round. You want to talk about storyline? Let me give you the storylines real quick. We have Dalton. Dalton has never won in our main league. This is his chance. This is his best chance ever in history. In the 12 years we've done it, this is his best chance to win that title. He has the best odds. ChatGPT, 42% to win. If he chokes this, there may not be a better opportunity for him to win again.
It'd be one for the storybooks.
There's me. I am a legend in our league. Have won in a lot of every single league we are in. I have a title in, but I cannot claim redraft in the last 10 years.
Two teams have the highest winning percentage in redraft.
Hold on, I'm still going.
That'd be me and Dalton.
Winning percentage don't make crap. It matters about the titles, and I have not won a championship in our PPR league. We used to be standard. I've won back to back in
2016.
I won
we haven't been standard since my mom.
No
played
crap.
fantasy football.
I am. If you let me keep going, I'm talking about the storylines. A once dominant team that ran the wishbone very well has not won in the new updated system. It's been a while. I was dominant in the early era.
Haven's like
back this year.
Minnesota. If we're doing college football analogies, Haven's Minnesota. He won a lot of titles in like the 20s and 30s.
You mean Nebraska?
Or Nebraska.
And it's been a while in this main league, and I have a chance to get it back this year. This is my second championship past 3 years. I gotta get it. We have another guy, brand new. He's been in the league for 3 years now. He's not won a championship. Do we have a new dominant team? Do we have an Indiana? And then the other guy, he's coming for to tie you, Mason, with the most in our league. He's coming for his third championship. He can set himself in that epitome of best teams ever. It's the right word.
Definition.
You mean echelon?
Yeah.
I think you mean upper echelon,
Epitome.
epitome.
Whatever it is.
Yeah,
that's the storyline.
You or Austin. Austin's the other guy that has 2 titles. Both of y'all would tie him with 3.
It could happen. Austin has the Giant and Dalton Hanley this week. I have the up-and-comer who's been just one of those swag dogs. Who's going to win?
We'll find out. It's the beauty of the sport.
Yes.
And the pain.
And the most beautiful thing is Peyton Stewart is one loss away from getting a spray tan.
This would be back-to-back punishments.
Back-to-back 10th
a
place
bad look.
loser. You can't claim. I mean, he's never won in our league. First off, but then back-to-back losses. Would he be the worst manager?
Let's go farther than our league. He's never won in any league.
Anyway,
That's why he got kicked out.
That's
the
right.
worst-
That's why he's no longer a host.
the worst manager in our history.
Yeah, it's bad. It's sad. I'm trying to spin zone the loss into something positive. So everyone out there that's a loser like me, use this as fuel for next year.
And look at it this way: if you made the playoffs, you didn't come in last. So hopefully, you're not getting punished.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's this league I watched on TikTok. You know what they do? They have 8 members, and it goes off of your regular season. Doesn't go all playoffs. I wish they would go all playoffs, but they don't. Whatever your regular season finishes is a different level of punishment.
Oh, it's the league of punishment.
So if you're in first place, they don't win any money. So first place is just no punishment, and then like second place is like you have to like get spray tan. And the punishments just get worse and worse and worse all the way down to 8th place. What was it? It was like
Has to enlist in the
it was
army.
a bunch of crazy stuff, but it got worse as it went on.
I think it was the SAT. I think the 8th place is the SAT. Like each punishment just got worse and worse.
If I got in a league like that, that would be the league I care the most about.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Day one.
Oh yeah, you care. Everything you do matters because the little difference in position changes your punishment from going to really bad to easy.
I want to do it just for 1 year
No.
and then be done. I got to experience it.
Y'all can go hurt yourselves doing anything else. I have a child now. I can't risk that being on the internet somewhere.
Well, I want to talk about my takeaway because Dalton said something earlier and insulted me a little bit. And I understand the defense part. But you know what you said? You said kickers don't matter.
I said I
Kickers
don't care about them. I didn't say they
matters.
don't matter. I said I don't care about them.
You should care. You want to know why? They're awesome. Jason Myers has more fantasy football points this season than Nico Collins, Chase Brown, CeeDee Lamb, and Justin Jefferson. He would be the RB15, wide receiver 7, or the tight end 2 in fantasy football this season.
Leave it to Haven to pick out the number 1 kicker and then read off his stats. Mason, didn't your kicker get you 0 points like a week or 2 ago?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Was that
and-
fun? I don't think that was very fun.
Yeah, you know what else was not fun? Justin Jefferson getting you 4 points.
You want to know how to rebuttal this, Dalton?
I would love for you to tag in here.
Okay. Haven, list out the strategy and how you knew Jason Myers was going to be a good kicker. Going into the draft, how did you know Jason Myers was going to be the number 1 kicker this year? What was the strategy behind that?
See, that's what's the beauty of kickers. They're like every other position. Somebody off the waivers or a low round pick is just going to pop off. Puka Nacua, his rookie season, wasn't drafted, and he finished as the wide receiver 1.
Haven, without looking, could you tell me who the top 5 kickers are right now?
It's Jason Myers, Brandon Aubrey, Cameron Dicker, the Texans guy.
He didn't even know
and
the Texans kicker's name.
It's
Who
a
says
hor-
they
I-
matter?
It's like Kamari Faborn.
Kind of. You're somewhat close. Kiami Fairbairn.
Fairbairn.
See, I don't even know.
You're close.
And then
I really want to hear Haven say it.
Jake Bates, and then Chase McLaughlin.
How close was he?
Pretty close.
Oh. My whole point to that is there is already so much luck in fantasy football, and we pour so much energy into it. I don't want another element of luck. Like, I'm putting a decent amount of time and energy every week into selecting who's going to be on my team and in my starting lineup.
Mm-hmm.
I hate when I'm playing the worst team in the league, the guy that doesn't really care, and he has a kicker that goes off randomly for 20 points and beats me because of it. That's what I...
Yeah, but if you look at the kickers, like Brandon Aubrey is 2, Cameron Dicker is 3, and Brandon Aubrey was a 12th. I'm looking now. I just pulled it up.
He was
Brandon
even
Aubrey,
the highest drafted.
he was the highest drafted kicker, and then Cameron Dicker was the second highest drafted kicker.
Was he?
Like, yeah, I got him in the
But he
13th
wasn't nowhere
round.
near going where Aubrey was. I mean, people were like reaching multiple rounds to make
Aubrey
sure that they
was
had
12
Aubrey as an advantage.
Aubrey was 12th in our league. Dicker was 13th. And that's just what it is, man.
See, even though
like,
people
it's-
reached and got Aubrey, he's still not the number 1 kicker. He's actually 20 points behind Jason Myers, and nobody could have said that Jason Myers was going to be that great. And then all the rest of these guys are not that far apart in points per week or total points. I mean, it's
awesome.
You usually have the top guy, and if you have him, that's awesome. That's a fun, great advantage. And then the rest of these guys are pretty much the same person. You just play them based on matchup.
That's why I'm still fine with defenses being in fantasy because there's strategy behind it. You stream them. There's good matchups. There's good defenses. There's bad defenses. All the kickers are the same.
Oh, I do that with kickers. I hate having to do that.
Aubrey is he's a great kicker. The difference between him and the 20th best kicker in skill level is completely different than the number 1 quarterback and the 20th best quarterback.
What do you mean, like raw skill? Aubrey is a very good kicker.
Yeah, I'm talking about raw skill. I'm just talking about skill in general.
Because Aubrey, I mean, I would take him. I'd put a lot of money on him to make multiple 50-yarders in a game.
Yeah.
Over like
it's the same thing with the defense.
Kicker.
That's what I was just saying about defenses.
Number 1 defense by a ton, and they were free. Like 3 of the top 5 defenses, they were free agent pickups.
We see that with wide receivers, running backs. There's players off the waivers that do well every year. It's not necessarily that. It's that. Yeah, it's that there's no rhyme or reason to kickers. It's like no one knows who's going to have a good game because it depends on the offense and if they get stopped in the red zone.
It does feel very random.
It's very random.
And I was very happy because my great team started off really hot, and I had the number 1 kicker for like the first half of the season, the Colts kicker, Spencer Schrader, I think was his name. And I think it was the Raiders game. They ran straight into his knee and just blew his knee up. I had the number 1 kicker. He was averaging like 10 or 12 a week.
Yeah.
I was so happy. It was a lot of fun having a great kicker. It's still random. I picked him up off waivers in week 2.
Yeah. Some people like chaos, and I get that. Like some people just like the randomness of life and fantasy. Like they like the chaos. And I like if that's your argument, okay, I understand that. So much I like a little chaos every now and then.
It's fun. It makes the league more fun. Points are fun. Scoring more points is fun. Would you rather score 100? Like our league average this year is 130 points a week. Last year it was 118.
That's such a relevant argument. Just scoring more points.
Yes, I'd love to score more points.
It is.
What does that have to do with a kicker?
Let's do IDF. There'd be more points. Let's add a 2nd and 3rd tight end, Haven. Let's add 4 tight ends. Let's add. I want 4 flex spots. All of them have to be tight ends. More points.
That'd be awesome. There's not that many tight ends, but it'd be awesome.
There are. You're having to start some really gross blocking.
I tried to get us to have a 3rd flex option this season, and I was told, that's too much change. We will be voting on it next year for another flex option because it's fun.
Another random thing I just thought of. I think we need to figure out how to incorporate blocking as a stat for tight ends. Like if you get a pancake block, that should be like a point or 2.
That'd be a hard stat to track. Like, did the guy fall down?
Very
or did he get pancake?
But that's such a big element to tight ends. Could be fun. Goes back to my point. It reflects more about real life NFL. Who's a good tight end? Are they good at blocking as well?
Yeah, that's why I like the tweaks we made to our defensive scoring.
Yeah.
I will say I have some very irrelevant but fun knowledge. You know, in football, we've been talking about like passing yards have gone down every year because of the 2 high like safeties. You know what teams have done this year, and it's the most ever in history, is they've added a 6 offensive linemen, and then they run 12 personnel.
And that combats cover 2?
Yep, because they have to go to a base defense. That's why running backs have been so good this year, because they've been running more 6 O-linemen game, and then like snaps, and it makes the defense go to base more. And then they can. That's why we have a lot more longer passing yard touchdowns because you have just one-on-one matchups where they're beating guys.
Yeah, I think I could like see that because I feel like this year we've had less emerging like number 3 wide receivers on teams. Yep. You know what I mean?
Yep. It's either the number 1 or number 2 guy because the 3rd guy is really on the field.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only time a 3rd guy pops up is when there's an injury.
So that's the new trend right now to battling the 2 high top safeties.
Yeah. Haven with his football knowledge. I love it. All right, Dalton, give us one of your takeaways from this week.
Well, my immediate takeaway was how on earth are the Colts trusting Phillip Rivers to go out there and start a game?
You didn't believe. And you didn't want to believe. He was so good.
You asked me at least 10 times, what are the odds that he's elite? And I told you the odds of him being elite are incredibly low. And you saw how he went out there and he was very mid. He just managed the game and kept them alive. He threw one
was
touchdown.
great.
He threw one interception, had 120 yards. That's elite. That's great. That's fantastic.
For a 45-year-old grandpa, elite.
Oh, so we're lowering the bar now of NFL starters. Okay, I see.
He's
We're
only a
lowering
year.
the bar because of how old they are. We'll just lower the
Isn't it-
bar because they have painted nails now. Caleb Williams. We'll just lower the bar because they have multiple.
He was so fun to
He's
watch.
only
No, he's an
3
NFL quarterback.
years
He's going to be measured
older
the
than
same
Aaron
bar
Rodgers.
everyone else is measured by. And he was very average. He was very okay. But because he was so okay, a lot of these NFL quarterbacks are overpaid. They're so
Yeah.
overpaid. The fact that they can go out there and suck on any given week and do even worse than Phillip Rivers this past week, which was fine. Phillip Rivers did fine. He didn't do great. He didn't light it up.
He had 4.4 yards per completion.
Yeah, I mean, he was not good. He was not good at all.
Pretty bad.
But he's had this week right here was way better than some of these starters that have been in the NFL for years, consistently
Yeah.
playing college, NFL, multiple years in the NFL, getting paid lots of money, and then they suddenly just suck. And Phillip Rivers can just come off the couch, stop playing with his grandkids, misses 5 years of the NFL, and still come back in and do fine. A lot of these guys are way overpaid.
I loved watching it. It was so much fun.
I know you were excited.
Dalton was asking me like why I was so excited, and it took me a minute to like actually think about why was I actually so
What is
excited
my
about Phillip
answer?
Rivers. But I think I had him in so many of our main league years. Like I had him in so many years for our main league. It just like brought back so many good memories.
He was that guy for you for a long time.
And that stretch of won a lot of titles. So I think that was why. It was nostalgia. All right, another one of my takeaways. I keep bringing him up. That he has just been so good this year. Trey McBride. I think he is entering into his Gronk and Kelsey era. We had those eras when Gronk kind of started it where he elevated himself for multiple years over all the other tight ends. Kelsey has done the same thing. He did have a stretch for even longer than Gronk. He was like 5 years where he was the number one tight end. It felt like every year well above everybody else. McBride this year has 100 points more than the tight end to Kelsey over the stretch of this whole year so far. He has 272 points. The tight end one last year was Bowers. He had 262 points.
This is ridiculous.
And McBride has 3 more games to play. The year before that, the number one tight end was Sam Laporta. He had 239 points. So on this year, McBride has 40 more points than Laporta had as the tight end one 2 years ago. And McBride still has 3 more games to go.
He's leading the league in receptions. He's ahead of Puka, Jamar Chase, JSN.
He's third in touchdowns. Like forever, the narrative was Trey McBride can't catch touchdowns. It's impossible. He is third in the NFL right now in touchdowns.
I love it.
I think he has truly elevated himself over all the other tight ends.
And you and I own him in Dynasty,
That's right, we do.
our 2 Dynasty leagues.
So I'm loving the McBride. I drafted him in
But
the 4th round this year in our main league.
Or we talked about it earlier. What is he? Where are you drafting him next year?
I think I'd feel comfortable. We talked about this when we were hanging out. 2nd overall? It's pretty high, Dalton.
I'm not taking him in the first. I can't do that.
I would take him first.
There's the first tier of running backs and wide receivers next year. You got Puka, you got JSN, Christian McCaffrey, Bijan, Jonathan Taylor. Who am I missing? A wide receiver? Jamar Chase. Essentially the first tier of running backs and wide receivers over the first
The no doubters.
the first 7 to 8 picks. Get through that first round, that first tier of running back and wide receivers.
And we're having
then
the conversation.
Then you take McBride because he's going to be, I mean, anything can happen next year. Quarterback change, injury, like taking that stuff out. I think he will be elevated so much more than the other tight ends. So
It's
I
that
think
same thing like when Josh Allen is just head and shoulders above other quarterbacks. It's that onesie position where if you're in a shallow league with not many managers, that advantage can be really nice.
His shoulder, knees, and toes.
Knees and toes.
Knees and toes.
I didn't have that on our bingo card of singing this episode.
I'll go to my next one.
Okay.
Wheels up for that Jaguars offense for the rest of the playoffs.
Your team, Haven.
Duval. They have been putting together week after week, some really good performances. And then I know they played the Jets. Absolutely demolished them
They did.
this past week. It was awesome. And, you know, they have Denver this week.
Mm-hmm.
I believe, baby, they're going to destroy the Broncos, and they're going to break the streak. It's happening.
What's the streak?
The Broncos have won 11 straight.
I didn't know that.
That
No
streak.
one should know that, but okay. That's very random.
You don't know. 11 straight games is random.
I don't keep up with random stats for the Jags, no.
That's not the Jags, it's the Broncos.
The Broncos have won 11 straight games, you're saying?
Yes.
Oh, they're saying they've won 11 straight against the Jags.
Yeah. I was with you. I was with
you.
you, Dalton. Break the streak. Yeah, this year. Okay, I'm trying. We're dumb, Dalton. We should have called on to that.
No, the fact that both of us were confused means he worded it wrong.
Fair. 2 against 1.
And the main reason why is Jacoby Myers. They are 5-1 with him on that team. Brian Thomas looked relevant this week. He had 17.
Yeah.
He actually caught 4 passes. One was a touchdown. And Travis Etienne, I really hope he has a healthy offseason. Tootin, rest up, man. But Travis Etienne,
he's hurt now.
But you about to get 85% plus carries.
I don't care.
That's been Etienne's thing all year is like he
Broncos.
can't get the whole workload.
Yeah.
And now he's about to get it.
He's a must start.
I mean, so excited. Because they would pull him for all the receiving work. I mean, even he had 3 touchdown catches. Their offense looked so fun to watch this week. It wasn't like you just had a guy line up and he just ran up the middle. They always had motions going. Etienne, I'm pretty sure 2 of his touchdown catches, he was in the slot. He wasn't even in the backfield. Like,
it's got to be the most fun Jaguars offense or most fun Jaguars game. I mean, since Trevor became the quarterback.
Yeah, since it was all on top.
It was awesome. Trevor has just been lights out. We have talked about him. I have talked about him. He is now QB 12, 11, 7, 5, and 1. And then there's a 13 with 19 points in there. Dang, 19 is QB 13? That's a big week for QBs.
What is he on the year right now?
He is quarterback 7.
Yeah, after that.
Yeah.
He is averaging 19.4 points per game.
It's pretty dang good.
Wills up.
Liam Cohen's turned that around.
Yeah, he did. We always talk about, do you give a coach multiple years to save a team, build your roster? I think after a year to 2 years, you can tell if a coach is working or not in NFL. It's not like college where you need to get your own guys. I mean, the Jaguars, who's new? Jacoby Myers, but I mean, that's it. Their team is basically the same as last year, and they look so much better. The Patriots, they look so good this year.
Mm-hmm.
That's a first-year head coach for him.
Yeah.
He's not this the first time, but then you look at Pete Carroll, and he's saying, we got to rebuild. We got a multiple year. They've been rebuilding for half a decade.
Yeah, that man just needs to retire. Go back to retirement.
The Raiders were also in a pretty deep hole before he got there.
Yeah.
Were they?
They didn't have a lot going for them.
I disagree. They had talent. Max Crosby leading your defense. Eno was, I would say, good on the Seahawks. He was good.
He was very good for the Seahawks.
They had Brock Bowers. They had Jacoby Myers. They had the number 7 overall running back.
And nobody else.
And the offensive line is their biggest issue, and it kind of crumbled the team.
Yeah.
That was their big weakness.
What sucks is they're probably going to draft Fernando, but they really need to just get O-lineman.
Yeah, he's never killed.
I'm of that notion that people going back and forth about whether you should get the quarterback and then build the team, or get the team then build the quarterback. I think you need to build the team and then get the quarterback. I think the Raiders need to either trade back or go ahead and just take an offensive lineman or great defensive player. Build that team up because you're so far from being relevant. I mean, they are by far, in my opinion, the worst team in the NFL.
With where they are, that's the correct decision.
Yeah. Build the team up, get a good offensive line, a good defense, then get your quarterback. And be able to have all those elite players with a quarterback on a rookie deal. I think that's the right way to do it. All right, Dalton.
Sign Phillip Rivers to a 5-year deal. He'll play till he's 50.
That man's a genius.
I'd be on board, baby.
He has
I know
5
you-
more years of health insurance.
I know you would.
That's so funny to me because that is legit the reason he did it. Like it is absolutely the reason he did it. He's got 10 kids. He needed more insurance. So
11,
that-
12. He has even more kids and a grandkid.
And a grandkid.
Nuts. 'Cause
And
he has enough children to where he can make a football team. Like his whole family can play offense or defense all at the same time.
it's that, and someone made this argument. This was his first year on the ballot, and he's probably not going to get it. Next year, I think it's Tom Brady. I think Tom Brady's next year, and then there's another big quarterback the year after him.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, how many years is he going to sit on the ballot before he just doesn't get in? When he could take the 5 years, play this year, take 5 years off. In 5 years, there's no quarterbacks. We had a stretch of quarterbacks retire year after year after year.
Yeah.
There's no one retiring after him until Stafford, and that's if he does that this year. Stafford's not for another couple of years.
Well, you got Rodgers, then you got Stafford, and that's it.
And Rodgers is probably gonna play because Russell Wilson's no longer Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of guys who have retired that might be in the conversation. I don't know if they're at the 5-year mark, like Eli and Big Ben,
Mm-hmm.
I think Eli is this year.
Matt Ryan. I mean, these types of guys who they're
They're
in that
these type of guys,
conversation.
but-
Have they hit 5
yeah.
years yet?
Um,
Breeze is on this ballot, right?
I think it's Breeze this year. No, I think it's Eli this year. Tom Brady next year. Breeze the following, or it may go
Drew
Breeze
Brees-
and Tom Brady.
Drew Brees retired before Tom Brady.
So it may be Eli this year, Drew Brees next year, Tom Brady the year after, and that's why they're just like, he knows he's just going to sit on the ballot. Hey, why not come back and try
Get some
And-
insurance.
and
You're
get that
saying for him to be a first ballot Hall of Famer.
or have a better chance of making the Hall of Fame?
Well, because I mean,
Because
if he hangs around, he's just another name each year. Every time the conversation starts up again, it's not like it
Exactly.
goes away.
well, that's why. But in 5 years, there's no one he's competing against.
Yeah, but I mean,
quarterback.
whether he got in first time in 5 years or had to wait 5 years, it's the same conversation. Phillip Rivers doesn't just go away because his resume is going to stand until there's not enough good people to get in, and then you have that conversation of, do we let Phillip in?
Is it not like ML? I think MLB you only get so many times. I wonder if it's like that.
Oh,
for
I
the
didn't know about
NFL.
that. That could be true.
I don't think that's
MLB
true for NFL.
I don't think that's
MLB
true.
you only get so many years
Yeah,
on the
I don't think
ballot.
that's true because we've been having the conversation of guys like Torrey Holt, and Drew Pearson. They waited for forever, and they finally got in.
Yeah.
Like these old timey guys, and they got finally put in. I mean, there's been guys who like they're literally dead, and their family has to come
Mhm.
on stage and like receive the award for them. So I don't think there's an expiration for NFL guys.
Yeah.
We can roll into my next one. I was just looking at players who had a good week, and then I looked at just kind of future matchups, and then I realized that Jawan Jennings might be the only wide receiver that the 49ers have. Because didn't Ricky re-injure
Not
his knee?
Pearsall.
Well, it's
Yeah.
not
Did he
that
get
one.
hurt?
Plus, he got hurt again. He got hurt again this past week, and so Ayuka obviously isn't coming back. So is it just Jennings? Is the only receiver there? And their next two matchups
Hey,
are...
Sky Moore, man. He's on that team.
Oh, there you go. Good old Sky Moore.
It's about time for Sky Moore.
Did y'all
it's his time.
traded peanuts for him, or did y'all pick him up off waivers?
I think we got him off waivers.
There you go. Someone cut him. They didn't even trade him for something. They played Tennessee this past week, which was a good matchup. He did fine. And then they play Indianapolis and then play Chicago, which for receivers is about as green as you can get. So Jawan Jennings, he looks like a must start if he's going to be the only guy in huge plus receiver matchups.
Yeah, I wouldn't be concerned. I believe he only had like 2 or 3 receptions this week. I wouldn't be concerned. Especially if Pearsall is out, you start him. He's a great wide receiver on a great team. Well, maybe great's a strong word. He's a good wide receiver on a great team.
He's very
Good
necessary.
matchups. Yeah.
On a good team.
I like it. I'm going to circle back to the Cardinals. Apparently, I love the Cardinals. I want to talk about Jacoby Brissett because all of us were like, he's been so good all year. He's so safe, gets you 20 points, but he's playing the Texans this week. Like, you got to sit him. And still, Jacoby Brissett is inevitable. Another week of 20 fantasy points.
His face on the Thanos meme.
Yes.
I am inevitable.
Am inevitable.
Yeah.
He has played over the course of his stretch of starting this year, Indy, Green Bay, Seattle, the Rams, San Francisco, and this past week, Texans. I mean, all those are really good matchups.
Yeah.
Or really hard matchups, really good defenses.
It's quite the gauntlet.
And he's putting up these numbers. It's because their defense is so bad. He's just throwing it 60 times a game.
Yeah.
So I don't really care who he's playing against. Start him.
Yeah. With that many attempts per game.
He might be the waiver wire pickup of the year.
He'll be in the running.
Yeah. I think, yeah.
He'll be on our ballot
for sure.
when we do our awards postseason.
Yeah.
But yeah, Jacoby Brissett, he is Thanos.
Mine is going to hurt Dalton's feelings.
It doesn't hurt my feelings. I just don't like having to use brain capacity on them.
Rashee Rice.
He's talking about Rashee Rice.
Oh, you already talked about the kickers. I'm not worried.
Yes. You're not worried?
No.
Let's talk about it. First off, everyone
Scheme
knows
him
what
up
it
so
is.
much. I'm not that worried.
Patrick Mahomes not playing the rest of this year. Gardner Minshew is the quarterback.
He is back.
And he looked terrible. So
Stash.
we need to talk about what is going to be Rashee Rice's ceiling and floor going forward. Yes.
So a good matchup and then a bad matchup in championship.
I don't know what Gardner Minshew is going to be. I just know that since he's been back, he has had at least 7 targets every week.
With Mahomes.
He's averaging even more. I know. I'm not excited about Gardner Minshew. But who are you benching him for?
You're not
you
benching
you
him.
have nothing to go on because he got hurt at the end of the game. So going into week 16, who are you going to bench Rashee Rice for?
I'm not saying you're benching for, but I think the expectations for him,
They might be
it's
lowered.
going to be scary.
They might be lowered. But he's the type of guy that, can get multiple targets, catch a lot of them. They run him out of the backfield and use him in the slot. It's a lot of, they scheme him up to get touches. It's not like if it was Worthy or one of these guys that's depending on the correct throw being made and the read being taken, I would be concerned. But Rashee Rice is most often their first read target, and he's schemed up to get the ball in space because he's a yards after catch guy. That's why I'm not as worried, because he's emphasized in their offense.
If he goes out there this week and gets you 7-8 points, is that what are you expecting in week 17? That's kind of, this week he was okay, but most of that game he had Mahomes. He has Tennessee. If he has a dud in Tennessee, then there's a very big problem the following week with the Broncos.
Yeah.
That is very scary.
I'm looking at your team, Dalton. I don't think I'd start him. Granted, your team is very, very good,
Maybe not.
but I think he's going to be on your bench next week. I think he should be. I'd start your flex options are Zay Flowers, A.J. Brown, and Trayvon Henderson.
I
would start
on that for a
I
while.
would start all 3 of those guys over Rice without Mahomes. So, granted,
Even still, Zay Flowers has a pretty boring floor. Dude averages pretty close to 11, which is, I'm not complaining. That's fine. But Rashee Rice can also do that. I don't know what he'll do, because again, this happened at the end of the game, so we have nothing to go on.
This week is going to be scary. It's going to be scary.
I even had Jaden Reed, and Jaden Reed could certainly become necessary because they had a bunch of injuries, and they're losing pass catchers like crazy, and he was their, I think their top receiver because he had the most receptions and targets.
Yeah, we'll talk about him in waivers for sure.
This
It'll be a priority.
fun fact: this is the first playoffs without Mahomes, Peyton Manning, and Tom Brady since 1998.
Gosh.
One of those 3.
In this playoffs, in the AFC, we aren't going to have Mahomes. We're not going to have Burrow. It's a good possibility we're not going to have Lamar. It's crazy. It's wide open.
No doubt.
Yeah. You're going to have Trevor Lawrence.
No doubt.
No doubt.
You're going to have Trevor Lawrence, Drake May. Yeah.
It is funny. I saw on Twitter all the Ravens fans complaining. They were like, this was the year. This was the year. There's no Burrow. There's no Mahomes. This was the Ravens' year to finally get over the hump. And Lamar got hurt. Their defense hasn't been great. They just can't get out of their own way.
No, you know whose year?
Sense for Josh Allen.
Josh Allen better.
He better win it this year. This is his year. Yeah.
I'm rooting
This
for
is his
him
year.
so much.
This is his year.
Do it for the baby.
I'll go ahead and tell you, it's going to be Bills versus Rams in the Super Bowl, and the Rams are going to win.
That'd be a good one. That'd be a good one.
Did y'all hear Bill's head coach with they talked about like Allen, like the comeback. They said, well, when you have a quarterback that's 6'6", 260, runs like a 4.4, throws for 4,000 yards. I mean,
What you gonna do?
there's not much coaching. He just goes out there and plays.
Goes out there and balls.
He has locked down my job for me for years, and I appreciate it.
Yeah.
But some of these coaches, that's the difference. It's like, do you draft the guy? Do you draft the correct guy? Does he work out? And if so, your job is just locked up possibly for the next 10 plus years. And that's the difference. And then some of these guys that miss and whiff completely, they're gone. They're gone pretty much immediately because the guy they get.
And then there's some quarterbacks
didn't work out
that need to just give their head coach the best Christmas gift ever. Caleb Williams better be giving Ben Johnson like a new house. Trevor Lawrence, buy that man a pony. Bryce Young, so you get your coach a new Cadillac.
I don't want a pony.
Save those three. Everyone was saying these are bad. We're screwed in quarterbacks.
Yeah,
those three look good now.
Coach just changes everything. All right, Dalton. We talked about Travion being one of your flex options. Tell us about him. Your
Can you
takeaway.
imagine how he would have been if they had used him since week 1? Because since week 9, when he became the kind of starter and we saw him do everything and be great, I mean, he's just been on a tear. This is what we knew he would be. This is what they knew he would be because they drafted him in the second round, really high in the second round, actually. It's quite confusing that they just decided to not use him until middle of the season. And look how great he is. I mean, just look how great he is. He should have touched the ball every play. I don't understand why he.
This is what Vrabel does. This is what Vrabel does. He did it with Derrick Henry back of the Titans. Deion Lewis was the number 1 running back for that team for the first half of the year, and then the better running back just took over.
I wonder why he's not coaching.
There's something behind it. I mean, he's a good coach. He's something good with it.
In NFL history, this is a good fun fact. There's only 3 running backs with multiple 50-yard touchdown runs in a game.
I wonder
Chris Johnson did it twice in 130 games. Saquon Barkley has done it twice in 104 games. Travion Henderson has done it twice in 14 career games.
In half of those games, he played like 1 snap. So
feed that man.
Just let's talk about starts. He started 4 games? 5?
6 now.
6 games? So in a quarter of his games.
Quarter of his games.
A
Ain't
third.
that crazy? Third.
Math is hard.
Yeah, 2 out of 6. Y'all took water for a class. Y'all should know this.
Not quite.
I agree, though. I'm super excited for Travion. He's going to be so good for forever. I hope you have him in Dynasty.
Yep. In Dynasty, if you had a redraft this year's rookies, what is he now?
He's 1 or 2.
Is Mika still 1?
No. He would be 1 after, if you asked me that 6 weeks ago, yeah.
You still got Genty and Hampton.
Yeah. I think it's
Judkins.
It's those 3 running backs and then probably Igbuka.
Probably.
And then Judkins.
I think Travion's number 1. I think it's Travion.
I think so. Travion, Amorian, Genty, Igbuka.
And then maybe Tet.
There's so many good rookies this year, man.
There was.
So
Who's
many.
the rookie tight end that Tyler Warren?
Tyler Warren?
Tyler Warren, Harold Fannin.
Fannin.
Y'all remember where he was drafted? It was like
Fannin?
week 5 before I realized he was a rookie.
Yeah, Fannin was drafted.
What round?
I think he was 2nd or 3rd.
Yeah, I think he was drafted higher than you would think.
The Browns draft class this year was actually, in my opinion, very good.
Yeah.
Drafted out of Bowling Green.
Bowling Green.
They drafted, so going through their picks, they drafted Mason Graham, pick 5. He's been a stud this year. They drafted Carson Schwetzinger.
Yeah.
Schwetzinger. He's been a solid linebacker. Quinshon Judkins, I mean, he's a stud. Harold Fannin, round 3. I mean, he's
stud.
Great. Then they've got Dylan Sampson, solid receiver and running back. He's going to be used a lot. And then Shador Sanders.
It's kind of
after Dylan Gabriel. They got Dylan Gabriel first.
Yeah, I didn't want to talk about him.
It's kind of crazy that Kevin Stefanski still has his job.
Did y'all hear about the wristbands?
No.
Oh my! This is why he should be fired. He is absolutely trying to screw Shedeur Sanders. He gave him the wrong wristband for the game, for the plays. So when the coach was going...
You think Kevin Stefanski hands his quarterbacks the wristbands?
Yes. He has the plays on him.
There's got to be someone
imagine he's
down the
one
line
designing what plays get put on it, but I would imagine it's some kind of equipment person.
Yeah,
it's definitely supposed to hand all that out to people.
But he basically... he said in his interview, like, he gave him the wrong plays. He said, I gave Shedeur the wrong plays on the wristband, and that's why, like, the first couple drives, it was so bad because Shedeur was doing the wrong plays that Stefanski wasn't telling.
If Stefanski actually gave him the wrong plays on purpose, he wouldn't be telling them that in a press conference. He was taking ownership of a mistake that happened that wasn't his fault.
It was his fault. You're the head coach. Make sure your quarterback has the right plays.
It's a bad look on him regardless.
Yeah.
I think he's a good coach, to be honest. He's not great, but he's a good coach.
Didn't he win Coach of the Year?
Yeah.
Really
the year
early?
Baker's rookie year when they made the playoffs, beat the Steelers.
Yeah. So
I think he's a good coach.
Is he their starting quarterback next year?
Yeah, probably. Unless they draft one.
The starting quarterback for the Saints?
He probably should be. They, like the Raiders, they have so much work they need, work to do, so many players they need to get. Build your team up and then get your quarterback. Shuck will be fine. He won't be great, but he'll make sure they have an early draft pick the next year as well.
It's really going to depend on where their pick lands and who
right
moves
now it's
up
high.
and who.
Yeah.
I mean, the Jets are getting a quarterback. They're getting Dante Moore or Fernando.
They loaded up on
then,
draft pick ammo to be able to move wherever they need to.
Yes. And then Fernando is probably going to the Raiders, in my opinion. And I don't think they're... And then who's the third quarterback? I think he's coming back to the college. We talked about him earlier this year.
Mateer?
Who?
John Mateer.
We talked about Mateer. We talked about Klubnik.
Ty Simpson.
Ty Simpson's probably going back to Alabama.
Yeah, he needs to.
Does anybody want to go in the draft? Anybody?
Dante and Fernando.
That's the one thing that's happened with college football that I kind of like is players are incentivized to come back. Yep. Makes college football better.
It does.
But next year,
it does.
It's going to be a lot.
And hopefully it develops them into actual better players.
All right, boys, let's move into the waivers. Let's start off at quarterbacks. We're in the thick of it. We're in the playoffs. So guys who are streaming, we got to talk about whether we're actually comfortable starting these guys in your semifinals of your playoffs. So the three guys we got that are on waivers most likely that have good matchups or options for you. It's CJ Stroud. He's owned 41% of leagues. He's playing the Raiders. Great matchup. Oh, you can't do this. Gardner Minshew, he's owning 1% of leagues. There's 1% of leagues out there that had Mahomes handcuff. They were ready.
And I bet you those people live in Brandon, Mississippi.
Yep. They're playing the Titans. We saw what Purdy did to the Titans this week. And then
Can't do it.
No.
I would start JJ McCarthy over him.
This one does intrigue me a lot. Tyler Shuck, he's available in almost every league. He's playing the Jets. We saw what Trevor Lawrence just did to the Jets. This one intrigues me. If you had Mahomes, I would definitely pivot to Shuck over Gardner.
His last 3 weeks, he's had 17, 21, and 18.
Yep. And he's playing the Jets.
Because one of the reasons why he runs. He had 55 yards 1 week with 2 touchdowns, 33 yards this past week. Like, he gives you some rushing in there. He throws the ball a good bit. I mean, I'm very, very intrigued by this one.
Yeah.
As somebody who is still, Bo Nix still scares me. We'll talk more about him. But like last week, I picked up Brock Purdy off the waivers and started him. And he did me great. And we talked about it. You're going all in. If you think your quarterback's going to get you 13, 14 points, why not try you're going for it. Go get like a Tyler Shuck who plays a bad matchup. And if he gets you 13, well, your quarterback probably would have done the same anyway.
Okay. Trevor Lawrence, he just had 44 points. He is playing Denver, at Denver. It's going to be cold. Him or Tyler Shuck against the Jets. You can't just not respond on. You can't just shake your head and not respond. You got to pick.
Trevor Lawrence has shown me by now that he cannot be trusted or relied on. So, yes, he had a good week. I do not have faith in him to repeat it, especially not yet against a good defense. Oh, on the road.
He's done it against good defenses all season. He's had one of the hardest quarterback.
Look at his stats. Let's look at the really hard defenses he's played this year. He's played Houston twice. He had 7 and 9 points. He played Kansas City. He had 26. He played Seattle, 19. Rams, 17. Chargers, 15. And I will say, over the past 5 weeks, he's been very good. Over his past 5 weeks, he's had 15, 17, 21, 19, and 44.
Because he's running a lot. That's a tough one. That's
Like, would you feel safer playing Tua versus the Bengals?
No.
no.
Not in hopes that he can get you a much more safer floor with upside.
I think Shuck has a good floor against the Jets.
I was talking about Lawrence.
Oh, we're talking about Tua or Lawrence.
Because
So
Lawrence could just bust. Lawrence could get you 3, and then you lose your playoffs.
So you're much more on the for sure Shuck than Lawrence.
I think so.
Yeah.
What
I'm
about
not anti-Lawrence.
Stroud? What about Stroud or Lawrence?
Yeah, Stroud plays the Raiders. So
Yeah.
not a bad
Stroud's had
matchup.
a good week
They're
last
at
week.
home.
He's
I like
been
that they're at home.
he is flipping a coin. He's been very iffy.
Yeah.
But
That's another one that I'd rather play probably Shuck over
Yeah.
CJ Stroud.
Shuck just gives you that running, man.
If we're ranking those 4 quarterbacks we talked about, I'm going Shuck, Stroud, Lawrence, Tua.
I'm
You
going
can- you-
Shuck, Lawrence,
Mhm.
Stroud, Tua.
You could flip Lawrence or CJ Stroud. Those are close to me.
Yeah. But Shuck, I think I might pick him up and play him again.
It's ugly. It's ugly, but we see this every year. Players that are streamable players that pop off in the playoffs that are ugly and winning a championship.
So Shuck or Bo Nix? Bo Nix plays the Jaguars, 22nd ranked defense. So it's a good matchup for Bo too.
Yeah, Bo had a very good week this week.
Yeah, Bo.
Or-
He makes
so
me
up or down.
irritated.
He can disappear too. He's disappeared in good matchups.
Yeah.
I'd probably go Knicks over all of those other ones. That's tough, though. It's
My
tough.
brain hurts.
Dalton, you got Drake May. You don't have to worry about any of this.
Unless you have Joe Burrow and you're like me last week and you
Drake
chose
maybe?
Joe over Drake.
Drake May?
Man, that hurt.
All right, let's go to running backs. Beal. He is
Yeah,
back.
good week.
Chris Rodriguez was a scratch for this game. Did not play due to an injury. Bill had a pretty good game, about 15 fantasy points. They play the Eagles this week, though. Hard matchup.
No, it's a good matchup for running backs.
We just talked about a couple weeks ago. It's a hard matchup.
No, it's been a good matchup.
Maybe it's changed.
Jalen Carter was out last week.
Yeah.
He'll be back this week.
I don't know.
Well, that's a good point.
Big difference because Bill ain't breaking tackles.
You need to hope he falls in the end zone and gets about 4 receptions. Michael Carter is another option. He's owned
They
in
just
almost
lost
every
Bam
league.
Knight.
Yep. The Bam Knight got carted off the field. It's a serious injury. He is like the only guy left. Trey Benson wasn't activated from the IR, so it's really just Michael Carter and Amani DiMarcardo. So they play the Falcons. It's a good matchup. We've always said that on the Falcons, you can run the ball, you can't pass the ball. And then
That's a good one. I really like it. I
Which
kinda
one?
like Carter. I like Michael Carter. Really do.
It's
gonna
not a
play him?
bad play if you need a guy.
I may not have Devontae Adams this week. I got to figure something out.
And then the last one I wanted to bring up, Blake Corum. He's been very good over the past 3 weeks. He's owned in about 60% of the league, so he's probably not out there. And they
It's
play the
just so
Seahawks.
strange because they're both getting work.
Mhm.
He's not getting a lot. He's getting a good amount. It's not enough that you can rely on or bank on. He's just ripping off massive runs, and his yards per carry looks stupid. I mean, he was 7 for 81, 12 for 128, and then 11 for 71.
Yeah.
And he has 4 touchdowns in those 3 weeks. I mean, the past 3 weeks have been crazy, and he's getting not enough work to rely on, but he's been very, very productive with it.
Yeah. Out of these 3 guys, I might be crazy, but I might go Michael Carter. I
And
think
they
I
play
agree.
Seattle.
Yeah,
I like
that's
Michael
why.
Carter. I like Michael Carter, man.
And we've seen Michael Carter do this over the years. I mean,
Yep.
he's a competent running back, and that offense just works.
Yeah, I mean, I know
Is that Jacoby?
Courtland's putting up numbers, but I can't.
Yeah,
I
can't trust
just
it.
can't trust it.
All right, wide receivers. Let's talk about the Packers wide receivers. We saw Christian Watson get hurt. Romeo Dobbs is owned in 60% of leagues, so maybe he's out there for you. I think Jalen Reed's probably the better guy
He's
to
on
play.
46% of leagues.
Yeah, both of them are playing the Bears. Obviously, they're on the same team. But I think this is intriguing. The Bears are a good matchup for wide receivers. Which one of those 2 guys would you feel more confident starting?
Probably Reed, because at the beginning of the year, Reed was the guy. He had that
Mhm.
weird foot injury, and that kind of derailed his whole season. But I think when he's healthy, he is the guy they want to use. And if there's less mouths to feed, to me, he's much more of a dynamic receiver that they want to use. Dobbs is just that kind of boring ex-receiver role player, and at times they've needed him. I just think he has a role. I don't know if Dobbs really does much. Reed is much more of a guy they need to use.
Yeah. Dobbs could for sure go out there and catch 2 touchdowns, though.
Oh, yeah, easily. Reed's the type of guy I could see him having 8 for 130 and a touchdown.
Yeah.
You know, and the odds of that happening, I think, are higher for Reed than Dobbs having a multi-touchdown game, which he's done this year, but he hasn't done it in a while. So you've seen that it's not exactly scriptive for him.
Yep. All right, 2 tight ends. This is crazy to me. Dalton Schultz is only owned in 46% of leagues.
That's so low. That's too low.
He has been so good since their bye week.
I know he's gross and boring, but he's the gross and boring that will win you weeks.
Let me list you off his targets since their bye week. 10, 3, 8, 11, 9, 4, 8, 4, 9. It's really, really good for a tight end.
Yeah.
And he's been putting up numbers too. He's tight end 9 on the year. It's ugly. It's Dalton Schultz, but I think he's competent for this week. They play the Raiders. Isn't a great matchup for tight ends, but I for sure think he could be a play. Colby Parkinson went off this past week. He had 24 points.
My tight end, start of the week that y'all ridiculed, had 2 touchdowns.
They didn't ridicule you.
No one ridiculed you. We just wanted to know who would you start him over.
And you said nobody.
Because it's Colby
No,
Parkinson.
I named everybody, and there was one person I was wrong on. You guess who that was?
Isaiah
He
Likely?
he scored 45 points.
Kyle Pitts.
Kyle Pitts.
He scored a lot of points.
A lot of points.
What is he now?
Hey.
What is he on the season now after
I
that?
think he's tight end 3.
Good googly moogly.
Tight end 3.
That is so annoying that he can jump up to tight end 3.
You know, they played in the Thursday night game, so his stats updated before all these Sunday games. He was tight end 2. He was a tight end 2 after
tight end
Thursday night's
3.
game.
He's right behind McBride and Kelsey, and he's only
I wouldn't say he's right behind McBride.
he's
Probably about
yeah.
120 points behind him.
McBride's a whole 100 points over the next guy, which is Kelsey, and then 2 points behind Kelsey is Pitts. So he easily could be the tight end 2. You know, where he currently is sitting.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk too much, but I am on an absolute heater. My starts of the week.
You always want to talk a lot about when you do good on your starts of the week.
It's been every week.
It's been the
I had
past 2 weeks.
QB7, the RB5, and the tight end 2.
No, it's that you specifically only highlight the ones you hit versus the ones you don't hit.
He's very
I
quiet
hit
when he
3 to
doesn't have a
4.
good week with the starts of the week.
I've been great. I'm sorry, who's had tight end Isaiah Likely as their start of the week?
Dude, that was bad. 0 points.
0.
How?
He didn't even have a target. It was against the Bengals.
I'm so sorry to the person we told to start Isaiah Likely over Tyler Warren. That was bad.
And now we got Darren Waller out here catching 2 touchdowns, going 8 for 7, scoring 25 points. He plays the Bengals.
Yeah, we need to bring him up
Yeah.
for the waivers. He's
Darren
a
Waller.
must start. Must start.
I picked him up for next week on purpose.
It's a good.
And I
Who's your
can't wait
tight
to
end?
use him. It's
Who's your tight
him and
end?
Colson Loveland.
Yeah,
That's
just start.
Oh, because you had Tucker Craft.
Yeah.
Tucker Craft.
R.I.P. Sweet,
I've
my
re-
sweet baby.
I
you
wish I
start
would have
Waller.
played you last week so I could have knocked you out. So
I had Malik Neighbors, Tucker Craft, and then my freaking kicker, who was the number 1 kicker of the year until he got his knee blown out. I have been through enough trials this season, okay? For anyone that wants to say that my team is just too stacked, I have had to go through adversity, okay? And we're better for it.
Just a little bit.
yeah, you also have Drake May, Christian McCaffrey, Jonathan Taylor,
Hey, that's on
Puka
y'all.
Nakua.
That's on y'all for letting me
Rashee
draft that
Rice.
team.
You didn't draft Jonathan Taylor, did you?
I did.
Yeah.
No, it was
Hey,
Puka.
you shut your mouth.
Puka was who you traded for.
Correct.
152 points this past week, Dalton. You didn't play nobody. Hopefully you score less than that this week against Austin.
We'll see. All right, boys. We will be back on Friday of this week. We'll have a special guest back for that show. It'll be a fun time.
A fan favorite.
A fan favorite. So we will see you guys then.
Like and subscribe. Follow us on TikTok and Twitter at FFB Addicts.
Thanks, guys.